Before starting the numericals based on journal, where we have to assign a debit and a credit entry for different transactions, let us know the rules of debit and credit. In the book, a separate chapter, that is chapter number 5, is being allocated for this purpose. So there are three types of accounts. They are real account, personal account and nominal account. For these three types of account, there are different rules of debit and credit. Say for the real account, the rule is debit what comes in. Means all those assets which are coming inside the firm, they will be debited. Credit what goes out. All the assets that are going out from the firm, they will be credited. And real account comprises of all your assets. So say if you are purchasing a machine, what is coming in? Machine is coming in. Machine account will be debited. And you have paid, either you will pay cash or you will pay by a check. So if cash is, so cash or your bank balance is reducing or is going out, therefore either cash account will be credited or your bank account will be credited. So the entry will be machine account debit to cash account or to bank account. Now the second type of account is your personal account. The rule of the personal account is debit the receiver and credit the giver. And your personal account comprises of your debtors and your creditors. So the person who is receiving either cash or goods will be debited, and the person who is giving either cash or good will be credited. For example, X has received cash from you, from the firm. So X is the receiver, X will be debited. Now Y is giving money to us, so Y is the giver, Y will be credited. Then the third type of account is nominal account. Debit, the principle of the nominal account is debit all expenses and losses. All the expenses and all the losses will be debited. Credit all incomes and gains. All the incomes and all the gains will be credited. So over here, your expenses, losses, incomes and gains, they comprises of your nominal account. It's clear? You have paid salaries, salaries account will be debited. You have received rent, rent account will be credited. You have allowed discount, which is a loss, discount allowed account will be debited. You have received a discount, which is a gain, discount received account will be credited in this way. Now out of these are the main three classification of your accounts: real account, personal account and nominal account. So taking into consideration the things that these type of accounts comprises of, there are 23 more rules that I have to be taken into consideration while passing the journal entries in the books of account. So the fourth rule is increase in value of asset is debited. If the value of asset increases, it will be debited. Decrease in value of asset is credited. You have purchased one more machine, so your machine account will be debited because the value of the machine in the books will increase. And there is an adjustment in regard to a particular asset. So say your depreciation, because of depreciation the value of the asset will decline. So by the amount the value will decline, that amount will be credited, that asset will be credited by that particular amount. So increase in value of liability is credited. If the liability increases, it will be credited. If the liability decreases, it will be debited. Clear? Then increase in value of debtors is debited. If a person, Mr. X, has been sold goods on credit again, then Mr. X account will be debited. And decrease in value of debtors is credited. Then increase in value of creditors is credited. If you have purchased goods on credit from Mr. Y, from whom you have already purchased goods on credit, and yet amount is to be paid, so Y's account will be credited by the further transaction. Decrease in value of creditors is debited. Increase in value of expenses is debited. You paid salaries of this month, salaries account will be debited. Next month again salaries account will be debited, and so on. Decrease in value of expenses is credited. Increase in value of losses is debited. Decrease in value of losses is credited. Increase in value of incomes is credited. You have received the rent for this month, rent account will be credited. Next month again rent account will be credited for the next month's rent that you have received. Decrease in value of incomes is debited. Increase in value of gains is credited. Decrease in value of gains is debited. Increase in value of capital is credited. You have introduced capital. After 3 months you are further introducing more capital. Again capital account will be credited. Decrease in value of capital is debited. Increase in value of drawings is debited. You have withdrawn rupees 10,000 from the firm in this month. In the next month you have withdrawn goods of rupees 10,000, so drawings account will be debited. A decrease in value of drawings is credited. Increase in value of purchases is debited. You have purchased goods of rupees 10,000 from Mr. X, and you have purchased goods of rupees 20,000 from Mr. Y. Both will be added together and purchases account will be debited. Decrease in value of purchases is credited. Increase in value of sales is credited. Decrease in value of sales is debited. So over here, the decrease point, that is wherever the value of certain things are decreasing, this decrease is for adjustments or for rectification of errors. They will be used in case of rectification of errors and in case of your adjustments in the books of accounts. Then the adjusting entries or the rectifying entries, whenever these two types of entries will be passed, then the decrease part criteria will be adopted. Otherwise the increase criteria will be taken into consideration in passing the journal entries in general course of business.